So it has been a roller coaster of a season for Tua Tagovailoa, starting with the highs. Head coach Mike McDaniel comes in from San Francisco 49ers. He builds an offense that's really tailored to Tua's skills, his quick release, the anticipatory throws. They are so explosive. At times, we are wondering if anyone could stop this Dolphins passing attack. But of course, there's also been some struggles, and then more notably, battles with injuries, the concussions, multiple concussions, extremely scary. So the hope now is not just that Tua can, return to the form we saw, but also that he can get healthy. And of course, that's going to be up to him to make decisions, the right decisions for his long-term health.
Why are the Miami Dolphins hiding Tua Tagovailoa? Or you can say, why is Tua Tagovailoa allowing himself to be hid? Right now, there is no viable storyline on Tua. The Dolphins have hidden him, and obviously, Tua is not talking. And because of this, he has become wholly irrelevant in the media. What a huge fall. For all intents and purposes, it's no longer Brock Purdy. Tua Tagovailoa is the new Mr. Irrelevant. What a shame. The only news we get about Tua now is that he just needs to take some time and heal, and he can't even talk about football. That's a crock. Tua got hurt during the Green Bay Packers game. The Green Bay game was on December 25th, Christmas. That was 11 days ago. And Barry Jackson from the Miami Herald tweeted yesterday that Tua is in the early stages of the concussion protocol. Early. What the hell does that even mean? It's 11 days later. Why hasn't he progressed further? Why is there no transparency with the Miami Dolphins organization about the Tua Tagovailoa concussion? Everyone that's watched my videos knows all year, all season long, I have never doubted Mike McDaniel, and I seriously have never doubted Tua Tagovailoa. When he had that horrible-looking injury against the Bengals on national TV, he was out for 16 days before the game against the Steelers. Are the Dolphins saying that this injury, which was seemingly innocuous, wasn't a big hit, is on par with the injury that he took after he got carted off the field in Cincinnati? Is that what they're really saying? Are we to understand that Tua Tagovailoa will be out for weeks if he gets a concussion, no matter what? We saw Monday how violent this game can be. But are we really expecting the Miami Dolphins fan base to not know if their QB1 is going to be available on a week-to-week basis? I made a video before the season ever began, and it was a video about Kimberly Martin on ESPN calling out Tua Tagovailoa's durability. I even made fun of what she said. Listen to this right here.
Listen, I get what Tyreek was trying to do. He's in a new system. He's happy he wants his new quarterback, his young quarterback, to feel good. I get it. However, anytime you mention somebody like Tua, who has, like he said, he does not have the accolades. We don't even know if Tua will finish the season as their starter or be their starter next year. They have an opportunity for him to take the reins and do that to get them to the playoffs, but he hasn't done any of that. So Tyreek Hill unwittingly is putting more pressure on a young quarterback who came into the season where there are no more excuses. This is a franchise that got rid of the head coach, did not draft Justin Herbert, picked Tua.
These people are sick. Absolutely sick. This proves that Tua Tagovailoa is living rent-free in the heads of many sports journals around the country. Seriously, there must be some kind of infection that's spreading throughout the media and across the ESPN campus. Let's call it Tua-itis, because it's absolutely affecting the sports journo's ability to make sense. Kimberly Martin is a highly educated woman. She went to Wesleyan, but her disdain for Tua compelled her to expose her illness. Over at ESPN, it's obviously contagious. Their hoof and mouth malaise is causing them to spew some of the stupidest stuff you can imagine in sports media. I'd love to take a look at their internal demographics. What kind of brain-dead zombies buy into the drivel that they push out daily? Listen again to the sheer, unadulterated bullcrap that she spews out of her mouth. It's unbelievable.
We don't even know if Tua will finish the season as their starter or be their starter next year.
We don't even know if Tua will finish the season as a starter and whether he'll be a starter again next year. Seriously? Now, understand, I posted that video on July 7th, a full 6 months ago, a full month before the first preseason game, a full 2 months before the first regular season game. And man, do I feel stupid. It turns out that Kimberly Martin was a prophet, a soothsayer, an NFL Nostradamus. She was 100% right, and I was 100% wrong. You see, we now know that Tua Tagovailoa will not finish the season as QB1 for the Miami Dolphins. I spent the better part of the year being one of Tua Tagovailoa's biggest supporters. And now as the season is about to end, Mike McDaniel and the Miami Dolphins organization have placed Tua Tagovailoa in their version of the witness protection program. I fully understand and respect someone's privacy. Tua Tagovailoa is certainly deserving of that. But the question that remains is, what are we deserving of? Remember back to last year when Aaron Rodgers' vaccine drama played out in the media and he dealt with it head on. This year, we saw Tom Brady go through a divorce right during the season, and he dealt with it head on. So why is news about Tua Tagovailoa completely off limits? Remember, in addition to being QB1, Tua is one of the captains of the Miami Dolphins. One of the reasons why I'm so upset is I know personally, I understand the responsibility that comes with being a captain of a football team. You wear that C on your uniform, it shows who you are. You cannot be hiding. As the cliche goes, your best ability is availability. And with all this, you may ask yourself, Barry, have you given up on Tua? Well, not yet. But I'm really concerned with the actions of someone who considers themselves and whose team considers him a leader. A real leader takes the questions, no matter how hard they are. A real leader faces adversity head on. No pun intended. This team is in serious trouble. I mean serious trouble. And where are the leaders? Who is the go-to guy on this team? It certainly isn't Tua Tagovailoa. That has to change. Be the leader, or take the C off of your uniform. You're hurt. I get it. But leaders don't stop leading. Ever. On every championship level team in the NFL, you know who the leader is and you see him. You don't see that on the Miami Dolphins anywhere. That is a huge problem that no one is addressing. Until that is addressed, everyone on this team, everyone in this organization needs to be held to a higher standard of accountability. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that Tua Tagovailoa right now is being a leader for the Miami Dolphins. Talk to you soon. Fins up, I guess.
We don't even know if Tua will finish the season as their starter or be their starter next year.
Is anybody catching on to this Barry guy?